In 1931, the world was introduced to a brand new song called Minnie the Moocher, the sad story of a sweet girl named Minnie who ends up falling into drugs. The song was written and performed by a young rising talent named Cab Calloway. The song became an instant hit and made Calloway into a star that began a career which expanded over 6 decades. Generations today may remember both Calloway and the song for the musical number in The Blues Brothers. Calloway was also cast in the film as the character of Curtis. He was even the inspiration for King Dice in Cuphead. Speaking of Cuphead, in 1932, Fleischer Studios signed Calloway and his orchestra to a 3-cartoon contract, alongside their most popular character at the time, Betty Boop. Betty had made her debut in a bimbo cartoon called Dizzy Dishes. Her original design was that of a dog, similar to Bimbo. The animators had planned for her to be a possible girlfriend for Bimbo in future cartoons. But instead, as Betty's features began to change to make her appear more human, her popularity skyrocketed past Bimbo, and pretty soon, she was the star of her own cartoon series and became Fleischer Studios' flagship character. Okay, enough talk about history, let's get to the short. The first collaboration between Betty and Calloway? Minnie the Moocher. The short opens with footage of Calloway and his orchestra before diving into the story. Betty's parents lash out at her for not eating her supper. Feeling victimized, Betty decides to run away from home with Bimbo. But when the unknown world begins to terrify them, Betty and Bimbo take shelter inside a cave which is occupied by various ghosts. Here's where Calloway and his orchestra take over the cartoon with his most famous song.
Folks, now here's a story about Minnie the Moocher.
The setting for the song is very appropriate. The caverns in the cave give it the atmosphere of hell. It's a very entertaining way of getting the message across about the consequences of doing foolish things in life, whether it's breaking the law or elderly abuse, whatever. Fleischer Studios still owned the rights to their rotoscope invention at the time, so they took advantage of tracing over footage of Calloway doing his trademark sway and strut while singing the song. Though I have no idea why they picked a walrus. Most sites I visited explain that the walrus spirit animal is a symbol of wisdom and guidance in overcoming life's challenges. Similar to Minnie with drugs and Betty running away from home? I'm not sure if this was the animator's original intent, but it's the best fit I could find. As expected, audiences praised the first installment of Fleischer's Betty Boop Cab Calloway trilogy. According to Calloway, the cartoon collaborations would play in each city a week or two prior to his live performances. As a result, ticket sales for his shows significantly increased. This is why Calloway often credited Betty as his, quote, advanced woman for his success. To this day, Minnie the Moocher is still considered one of Fleischer Studios' most iconic cartoons, and helped solidify them as a worthy rival against Disney throughout the 1930s. If you are unfamiliar with Fleischer Studios and want to learn more about their work and legacy, cartoons like this are a great starting point.